attempted to enter an art school, but my father put me into college, intending eventually to make a civil servant out of me. This was the sentence passed on me, and I, who have never been able to answer back, dumbly obeyed. Faces Woodfired Pizza, how can I help you?
Yes, I'd like to order a pizza.
Yeah?
I'm feeling pretty good today. I'm feeling pretty good about other human beings.
Yeah?
I'm feeling like other human beings have redeemable features and qualities.
Okay, hold on a sec. You guys getting this down?
We're doing our best, Dave.
And that maybe humans are worth saving, and that we can trust in human nature to improve situation that we're in.
Okay, you want a pizza that's what?
By and large, humans are good and noble and have good hearts.
Hey?
We should trust in the humanity of one another.
Okay.
And that we should feel optimistic about the future overall because of the goodness that lies in the heart of every human being.
Okay, got it. You guys got that?
We got it, Dave.
Thanks.
Thanks very much.
Looking forward to tasting the pizza.
We'll get right on that.
Okay.
The number you have dialed has been changed.
Umbrella, rain, woman, fence, house, man. What do you see on the street? Say the words. Faces Woodfired Pizza, Dave speaking.
Hey, I'm feeling like people are pretty bad.
Okay.
I look out there on the street. I'm not optimistic. I don't like what I see.
We like this guy, Dave.
I feel the people. I see the people.
You guys getting this?
We are getting it, Dave.
They're controlling.
Got it.
They're unkind.
All right.
It's almost like they're magnetically drawn to strongmen and to the authoritative power of the strong over the weak.
Really?
I really don't like that about human beings.
Okay.
But maybe that's just what human beings are. I want my pizza to reflect that view of human nature.
We'll do our best.
Okay, how long?
30 minutes.
I'll be waiting.
Thanks very much.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Well, let's start on these 2 pizzas, guys.
You should listen to us, Dave.
What?
You should listen to us, Dave. We always know what's right. You should listen to us, Dave. We always know what's right. You should listen to us, Dave. We always know what's right.
Are you saying we only have enough dough to make 1 pizza?
That's not what we said, Dave.
Okay. This is not going to be easy. We'll make a really big pizza, and then we'll cut it in half. But that means we have to mix the ingredients.
We do that all the time, Dave.
But our 2 customers wanted vastly different things in their pizzas. One wanted something that reflected their views of human nature as something that's nasty, brutish, and short. And customer 2 wanted a pizza that reflected their views of human nature, which were more in line with the idea that humans are naturally nice to one another and that we have natural sympathies for and with one another. So how do we combine these different ideas of human nature and what sort of pizza these guys want?
Listen to us, Dave. We'll tell you exactly what to do.
All right, convey your thoughts to me telepathically. And manifest them. Whoa! Great. What do we got here? Hobbes' Leviathan from 1651 originally. We have the depiction, this was on the original edition, as the frontispiece of a giant sovereign Leviathan monster who's in the full picture they're holding not just a scepter but a sword, and they represent clerical and legal institutional power combined into one executive who makes the decisions. And they're made up, if you look closely, of smaller people who combine together to form this larger one. Hobbes had lived through the English Civil War and was on the royalist or monarchical side of that conflict and preferred strong executive leaders. You can think about Hobbes as a figure in his time who is something like Curtis Yarvin today, or these alt-right thinkers for whom democracy and a bottom-up power structure ought to be replaced in favor of a more top-down model. For Hobbes, society and the establishment of a sovereignty-based social political order is a matter of saving us from ourselves. And the second text here is by Jean-Jacques Rousseau, A Discourse on Inequality. This is Rousseau's famous second discourse. He wrote several discourses. This book's from about a century later than Hobbes's text. What is this, 1752, I think? I might be wrong about that, but so almost exactly 100 years from the 1651 text. It concerns similar themes about the transition from nature to society and about how human societies form themselves and what sort of relationships humans have to one another in a state of nature, and what sort of relationship the relationships we have in a social state stand to that natural state. For Rousseau, humans are naturally independent, nonviolent, compromising, loving, altruistic, willing to share, clear with one another, healthy, free. All those things change, though, for Rousseau with the introduction of social institutions, and the most important one being private property. He has a scene describing a concrete moment in human prehistory, as it were, or in the transition from prehistory to history, whereby someone puts up a fence around a strip of land and calls it their own. And with that enters onto the stage inequality. For by nature, humans aren't so unequal with one another, Rousseau thinks. And by nature, we ought to be provided for equally. And by nature, we have an equal share and right to all of it, although it gets concentrated in the hands of a select few. So this book's also a sort of defense of the common man and a defense of the idea of a common will. In some of Rousseau's later works, he would go on to talk about the common will and how that could underline representative government. So in the book The Social Contract, for instance, which was then very influential upon the founding fathers in the American Enlightenment and Revolutionary period. But this text is more critical and radical, if you will. It underlies in a lot of ways Marx's entire approach to society as being built around a system of inequality with certain underlying drivers. It's also very similar to Nietzsche's critique of morality, insofar as it reads the social ills that we have and the particular social orders that we have, which for Rousseau, like for Nietzsche, are largely harmful to us, but it reads that in terms of a particular historical sequence that might be able to be changed or directed in a new way. Very interesting writer, complicated, problematic human being, but when it comes to thinking about human nature and what humans are by nature, you couldn't find a better text to contrast with Hobbes. And with these two texts, we might be able to satisfy our two customers' wishes. Isn't that right, guys?
We stopped paying attention a long time ago, Dave.
Okay, so let's toss them in and make our pizza. We'll check back in a little while. Tantalus had the name of being a son of Zeus, while Niobe's mother was a daughter of Atlas, the great giant who holds up the sky. Perfect. Ugh, it's warm. Smells good. I've eaten some deep dish before, but this seems awfully deep. I've never seen a pizza that looks like this before, but I guess that's what happens when you order from a new place. I don't like how the portions are always so big. When in Rome, eat like the Romans. Not in Rome, though. It smells better than it looks. I don't know if I need a fork for this. Tongs. Let's try it. Not bad. Not bad.